Good day, my fans out there. I remain Dr. D.I. June, your chemistry lecturer on social media. My last lecture was on Boyle's law. And we said Boyle's law states that the volume of a given mass of gas is inversely proportional to its pressure at constant temperature. So, and I said, by me, if you define Boyle's law by saying P1, V1 is equal to P2, V2, I'll mark it for you, where the P1 is the initial pressure, the V1 initial volume, the P2 the final pressure, and V2 the final volume. Now, right away, I want to demonstrate that phrase, inversely proportional. So, what does inversely proportional or stands for? Now, let me give you what I have, then I will explain by these diagrams on the board. According to kinetic theory, the gas pressure is caused by the molecular collisions with the walls of the container. What is pressure? Pressure is force per unit area. Now, we are not saying that, according to kinetic theory, that force per unit area in gases is due to the molecular collisions among themselves and against the walls of the container. It is that bombardment that is causing that pressure. That's what he's saying here. So therefore, the larger the number of molecules per unit volume, the larger the number of collisions and the higher the pressure. Now, if you have a container, if the molecules in the volume increase, that means is raised to a level, it means that more molecules are there. And it also means that when there are more molecules there, the collision, the frequency will also increase. And when the frequency increases, it means the pressure will also increase. That's what he's telling here. So look at me. They can say, therefore, the larger the number of molecules per unit volume, the larger the number of collisions. That means the number will increase, the collision will increase. And what? The higher the pressure, that is the force per unit area. So therefore, reducing the volume of a gas, it means packing more of the molecules into a given space, and therefore reducing the large molecular concentration. And this will what? Result to a proportionally high pressure. Now look at the board. This is a container, also a container, equal volumes or equal capacity. Now, this is the cover. Or you can call it lid. Cover. So by this cover, the molecules here cannot escape. They are trapped. Now, you can see that the spaces between the molecules here is far apart. And invariably, they are occupying the whole volume of the container. Now, if by adventure you are now pressing down this cover, like it's here now, from this level, you bring it down to this level. It means you have forced all the molecules that were occupying here to come down to this level. So it means that by doing so, you are now reducing the spaces between the molecules. So, assuming if these two molecules here will take maybe say 1 minute before they will hit each other, if that was the first time, by the time you reduce it to this level, it means it will take less than 1 minute to collide. Why? Because the spaces between them has become reduced. And because they have reduced, the number of molecules has increased. Because look at here, this space as a whole was occupied by molecules. They have reduced it to this level. So the number of molecules here now have multiplied by reason of what? Reducing the volume. And because the volume is reduced, the molecular collision will now increase because they will meet each other and against the wall quicker than when they were here at first time. That means now here volume is decreased minus volume. Now pressure here has increased plus pressure. That is the inversely proportional. So when one of the parameters is increasing, the other one decreases. Look at it now. The volume here is increased. The pressure decreased because the spaces are far apart. So the force of attraction collision is reduced. So the pressure per unit area is reduced. Here, the volume is now decreased. So because you have decreased the volume, you have forced all the molecules available that were here before to this place. And because they are all here, the frequency of collision will now increase, increasing the pressure. So when the volume is decreasing, the pressure is increasing. That is what it is referred to inversely proportional. So please like it, comment, also share this video, and remember to follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel.